Welp, the DCU has finally launched. I don't know about you guys, but it felt like this day was never gonna get here. With probably for me because how I would check updates on certain projects, and it's like, okay, so what's happening with this one and this project and this and such and such. But the first two episodes of Creature Commandos are finally streaming on Max as I'm recording this video, and I wanted to share my quick thoughts on those episodes. No spoilers, just wanted to share my quick thoughts. Basically, what did I think of the show in general so far? Now, I will say that this is it definitely has that James Gunn like formula to it, where it's very adult. These are like comic book underdogs, and he's able to get away with doing like throwing in like that kind of humor that you would expect from like Peacemaker and such. That is in here. I mean, the trailers kind of established that it didn't like it's gonna have that same type of humor, and I felt like I found myself laughing for the most part. A couple of times I nitpicked at the humor where I'm like, okay, that joke didn't really need to be in there, but that happened like only like once or maybe twice at the most. But overall, I found myself laughing at it. Now, with my regardless of my mixed feelings about small parts of the DCEU working its way over to the DCU or working their way over to the DCEU, I was still able to enjoy it. I mean, like this fits into that little tiny nugget that like certain small elements from the DCEU works its way over here, like where this show kind of echoes that pretty much. And like regardless, I mean, if I regardless that I felt like they could have changed that a bit, but I'm gonna keep an open mind. And so far, I don't feel like I was really let down, like from this show, and I feel like like this, it's funny how like with certain characters, who outside of comic book nerds who know who every character is in DC or Marvel or any other comic book source material, where the standard viewer would not know who they are until they're brought to a TV series or a movie. And I see from the reviews that this show has gotten, it's overall positive, and I feel like these characters will become very beloved, like by the end of the series, much like how the Suicide Squad that was under that same category. Over at Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, same thing. Like where they were underdogs and people outside of comic book nerds didn't really know who they are until they hit the big screen. And I feel like this is the same kind of pattern with Creature Commandos. And I I cannot decide who is my favorite character in that show, because I found myself enjoying each and every one of them, like from the Bride, from from GI Robot, and Rick Flag Sr. and Weasel. Like I found them all to be pretty interesting in their own unique way, and yeah, like I feel like it didn't feel like a chore. Like not once did I feel like, oh, this is dragging. I mean, what I really want to see is not really here. I'm just tolerating it just to get there. Like I didn't feel that way. And I found myself enjoying that. Okay, the DCU is here. It's starting. Like this is my little sample. Like until we get to, I guess, what they call the really true beginning. Like with the Superman. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying Creature Commandos, and I can't wait to see the next 5 episodes of the season. And and I for a brief second I forgot that these characters look they look very similar to their actors, to the performers' liking, because like they're going to be at some point or another they're going to be jumping into live action. Like Rick Flag Sr. is definitely going to be in live action, but some of these other characters will appear in live action form as well. So it only makes sense for them to do that, for them to make them look like how the performers look. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And the animation, I did like the animation, and like I feel like just with couple parts of the humor. That was my only nitpick. That was it. Very minor. But I have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I'm enjoying it so far, and I feel like if you're looking forward to the DCU and you haven't watched it yet, get the streaming, check them out. And if you have watched it, I'm curious to know your thoughts. What did you think of it? And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, thumb it up. Well, yeah, I mean, but yeah, like the video, share it, subscribe, notification bell, the whole shebang. And thank you for watching as always. And when this show is done airing the next 5 episodes, I'll share my thoughts on the entire season 1. And until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So take care.